When Joy Kilby adopted her son Graham, his playful personality made her life complete.
Graham is a very high-energy kid, but he has challenges.
Dog.
Yes,
So come
it
on.
says dog.
Graham has autism. He has trouble communicating, and he also has a terrifying tendency to do something called eloping.
Eloping is essentially looking for a way, when the opportunity presents itself, to get out and wander.
The first time her son escaped, he was just 5 years old and took off in the dead of night.
He had pushed out the screen, climbed out the window, and he walked to the busier street and was eventually picked up by the police department.
Desperate, Joy reached out for help. Fortunately, she found a place that could help her keep Graham safe. An organization called Autism Anchoring Dogs. They train service dogs to assist children challenged by autism.
Go for it. Good girl.
What we are doing here is something that is very calculated to save a life.
Back up.
Eloping and wandering, bolting, running off, these are all inadvertent self-harming behaviors that can lead to injury or death.
Kirsten knows the difficulties firsthand. She too had an autistic son who desperately needed an anchor.
My young son, Sam, ran away at age 8 and has never been found. So we have searched for him for 10 years.
She started Autism Anchoring Dogs as a way to work through her loss and found saving grace by training service dogs to help keep autistic children away from harm.
I want them to know that there's a solution there, that there's an active way of keeping their child safe.
Kirsten found that big dogs were the best choice for the job.
They stop, brace, and hold, either by sitting or laying down, so that child doesn't run off.
Joy, like many parents, was ready to try anything to help her son.
I had isolated myself and Graham just because it was too hard to go out.
Kirsten's head trainer, Stephen, eventually matched Joy and Graham with Bruno, a big, lovable Newfoundland.
Graham is a fairly strong kid. We needed a dog that could stop a fairly strong kid and not be alarmed.
And since each child responds differently, Bruno was trained to respond specifically to Graham's sensory needs.
We taught him a special customized training thing, which was kisses.
Kisses? Bruno, can you give Graham kisses?
Graham's like, yes, yes, Bruno, kisses, kisses, kisses. And that calms him down.
When they start getting tense, they can reach down and start petting the dog, and it just helps to diffuse things. It helps to bring the level down.
Autism Anchoring Dogs has become a life-altering link to the outside world for Joy and Graham.
The judgment, the tolerance, the acceptance, it's a life changer for these families.
I remember taking Graham for our first walk. People are so friendly. They actually reach out to you and talk to you when before they just kind of avert their eyes. Is it safe?
You're safe.
It was almost this moment of liberation when I realized what Bruno could bring into our lives.
Okay.
It feeds my soul. I know that that's one mom and one dad that aren't going to have to go through what my spouse and I went through.
To Joy and many other families with children like Graham, the Autism Anchoring Dogs organization is truly a lifesaver.
Without them, I would have never known that this was a possibility for my family.
Good job.
I just embrace them and everything that they're doing.
Good boy, Bruno. Good boy.